Out and he'd sing one, and that was a program, and he sang a song of the soil. And then many years later, I wanted to be a DJ, and I wanted to stay in music. And I went first thing. My uncle took me over to meet Ed Hyman, and I know you probably won't remember him. If you do, you're older than I am. He was a TV announcer on Channel 12, I think it was. It was called KONO at the time, Channel 12. And after I drove him crazy, he said, why don't you go see Aaron Allan? So I was trying to learn to read radio copy. And I could read like anybody else, but to read copy, you've got to be excited and you've got to sell the product that you're reading about. So reading radio copy is different than just reading. Well, I was trying to learn to do that, so Aaron was kind enough to take me under his wing and was teaching me to read, because in my opinion, he's one of the greatest radio men that I've ever heard. His voice and his inflection that he reads, and so I really mean that, Aaron. You're about the best radio man I've ever heard. Is the check in the mail? But we would get in a little booth there on KMAC, and what was it, about a 4x4 room, and between records he would teach me to read copy. Right. And I'd go up there every night and drive him crazy, and I learned to read his copy. Well, a job came open on the sister station at KMAC, the first radio station in San Antonio. FM was KISS, and it was just right across the little hall from where Aaron and I was sitting. So they said, I'd like to audition for that, and so I went up for my audition, and the copy that they had me read was something that he and I had been working on for months. I could almost quoted it, without looking at it. So I got the gig, and here's the bad part, friends. I was on from 9 to midnight, 3 hours, 9, 10, yeah. 9 to midnight, they paid $1 an hour. Well, I could play gigs on the weekend and make a whole lot more than that. So that was the end of my radio career.
Thank God.
Yes. And more ways than one.
But I was making more than $1 an hour, though. $1.50.
Well, at KISS, it was just $1. I know you were making more than that. When you got paid from Howard Davis. Well, you tell the story about the toothpaste he made one night to turn people's teeth black, right? A lot of these stories are in my book, and if y'all don't have it yet, you go by Borders or the other one, or my website, or the trunk of my car. I've got a lot of them. We'll do one more song. Hope you've heard of this one. We're singing a song that we wrote, and Willie Nelson has been kind enough